Right, hello and welcome to our next game. We have England Dev against Scotland Dev for the first time, I guess.
Yeah, I presume so. Well, at least in a long time. England have been playing really well this weekend. Won a lot of games. Scotland Dev have been progressing really well. I'll be looking forward to this match. It'll be a good test for them.
Yep, I think having the chance to play such high quality opposition, obviously every player here, pretty much every player on court, plays in the top division of the UK, the National League, as we see Catherine Brooks score her first shot of the game, just the tone setter they want.
Yeah, really strong attacking division for England here. Don Brooks, Johnny Potter, Catherine Brooks and Kenzie Baldock. Scotland attacking.
Oh, lovely
goal off the
finish.
bat.
With a lovely little bow at the end. Fantastic goal. Fun fact, an Exeter alumni. And up against him is his former coach, Paul Kim.
There's been a few Exeter matchups this weekend, actually.
We are endemic. In that end alone, there are 3 Exeter alumni. Lovely drive, great finish.
Yeah, Scotland will be pleased to be on the board early. Obviously, they've got a tough job to try and contain England in the defensive half, but they'll hope to score a few goals themselves. They've got some good shooters. Ben Fleming in attack here is, good at, great shooter actually. He scores a lot of goals.
Oh, lovely finish. Number 8, Sophie.
No. I'm not sure. No, that's that. You have to bear with us with the player names and numbers for Scotland, especially. We're not the most familiar. We're trying our best and reading off our phone.
I think we're seeing England here employ a 3-1 style, sticking that static rebound in. Lovely finish by Don Brooks. And then trying to play quite a dynamic style around that.
Yeah, they've especially in today's matches, they've been experimenting more, playing 3-1, trying to rely less on feeds. I think it's an area they look to be working on, preparing for Europeans, giving people an opportunity to play different styles. Against England and against Ireland, Scotland and Wales seniors, they played a little bit more 2-2.
Still to very good effect, but I think as the day's gone on, they've managed to iron out some of the rust on these systems, as not all of these players play together at club level. But no, quite a good start to this game. I think Scotland would be quite happy 2.5 minutes in.
Yeah, I mean, if you'd have offered this to them just before the start of the game, they would have taken it. They're on the board. They've only conceded 3 goals so far. They've taken some good opportunities and they look good with the rebounds.
Our 2 refs today are both from Wales, Ella West and Carl Thompson.
Both of their first game of the weekend, I believe.
I think you're correct.
Hopefully they've been looking forward to it. Been a really good spread of refs this weekend. Lots of volunteers come from all over, especially Wales, but from all 3 of the Tri-Nations nations.
Lovely finish. Don Brooks.
Yeah, both goals off the bat for Don Brooks there, just showing his experience, taking the right shots. Ben Fleming off the bat taking the shot.
Nice opportunistic look there. I don't mind that by Jack. I think if I were Scotland, I'd say ball retention is your king.
Yeah, both from limiting the opportunities England get with the ball and trying to maximise their own. If they throw away wayward passes or aren't able to get their collects, they'll probably struggle on the scoreline towards the end of the game, because England will be relentless throughout this game. They'll take plenty of shots. They've got lots of great players who score a lot of goals, as you say, at the highest level within the UK.
We hadn't actually introduced ourselves. I'm Sean Edwards, and with me is
Matt Cross. We've had some fairly Wales-centric commentary this weekend, but hopefully everyone's enjoyed it. Once again, we're trying our best with Scotland names and numbers. I was talking to our team manager before, and she was suggesting that we get like an email write-in so people can send their questions whilst we're doing the commentary.
I actually think I've got the right person on commentary here with me. I quite like the style of TMS.
Yes.
Test Match Special.
Yeah, I feel like that's what we should be going for. It's just 15% sports commentary and just general chatter between. Maybe that's not what everyone else is after.
It is a long day in these halls.
It is.
You've got to find ways of entertaining yourselves.
It's been really good to see this this set of England players be able to, show what they've got against a pretty fresh set of opposition from all three of the Tri-Nations countries. Most of us within Wales, Scotland and Ireland aren't playing National League Korfball. So it's really good to give those players an opportunity to play against this England team, play against such experienced players. Hopefully England have enjoyed it as well. It's good preparation for them with Europeans this year.
Yep, and a good chance for a lot of these players to try and stake their claim for that spot on the plane.
Yeah, I mean, understandably, for all countries going to these tournaments, it's incredibly competitive, but especially for nations such as England with so many players to pick from.
And Scotland here have a couple of good opportunities. One, a very good drive in, and then also, unfortunately, misses the second shot off the back. But some really good signs for Scotland here. They're, it's Tom Young with a fantastic drive in. Great pass by Catherine Brooke. No, wait, it's not Catherine. Is it Catherine? No, it wasn't Catherine. Rachel. Oh, yeah, of course. Rachel Turner.
If Sean's getting them wrong, I've got no chance. Scotland attacking here, trying to set up a 2-2 through the boys by the looks. Those England boys clearly making it difficult. Travel called by the ref. Scotland will be really hoping to get shots up in those situations. As I said before, they want to retain the ball, but they need to be taking the shots when they get the opportunities. England in 3-1 here. Tom Young's out with the feed, and yeah, fouled. Free pass coming up. Free pass going short, but getting the collects. Girls driving, and a penalty given.
Quite simple Korfball there. Sometimes the simplest Korfball works.
Yeah, Scotland just getting caught with the hand in the cookie jar a little bit.
I love cookies.
Not this again.
Oh, and an unlikely miss by Rachel Turner. I believe the first England miss of a penalty all weekend, which is quite incredible.
Wouldn't surprise me. I can't think of a huge amount of penalty misses from both sides. There was quite a lot across the tournament yesterday early on. I think there's some nerves and there's a very aggressive drive there. 3 players going to ground, 2 England, 1 Scotland. But
that shows some pretty good defence there by Johnny.
Yeah, absolutely. He's getting his line getting his body across the line. And Ben Fleming having just to, you respect him for taking the drive. It didn't work out on that occasion, but England playing through the feed again here, looking to run the block. Slightly different approach to how they've started the game. And Paul Kim with the...
Fantastic.
Yeah, brilliant drive. Trying the up and under. Would have been audacious.
Clearly didn't teach his student everything.
Yeah.
Lovely finish.
Yeah, England just pulled away a little bit in the last couple of minutes. I think they would have liked to score more goals in this quarter so far with a minute left to go. As we said, Scotland were happy with the start, but their attacking's just stalled a little bit. Maybe as England have grown into the game, they're just, restricting the opportunities. Looks like a little bit of confusion.
I'd like to see Scotland have a little bit more heads-up play in terms of they know this is going to be a tough game. I think everyone would expect this to be a pretty tough game. But that means the way to get through it is celebrate those little wins. Every time you tip the ball off or you disrupt play, you win that rebound. You've got to really try and win those wins or celebrate those wins.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a tough mindset to have. No disrespect to Scotland, Dev here, but the vast majority of people are expecting England to win this game comfortably. But this is a great opportunity for them to learn and play against players, like I said before, that they won't get a chance to play against, anytime soon. So hopefully they can grow into it a little bit and show us what they can do.
Coming into the closing stages of this first quarter, what do you say England's probably objectives are going into the rest of this game?
I presume the coaching staff will want to try out some different combinations of players that they maybe haven't seen through the weekend yet. Of course, they'll be looking to score plenty of goals in these games, but it's an opportunity for them to try new things, try some different styles, different combinations, and the coaching staff can hopefully, give them a clearer picture of what they're working with going forward into the rest of the summer towards October. I don't think they'll necessarily want to overcomplicate these situations, though, either. They'll want their players to go out and play freely and see what they can do. There's so much experience in that squad. Looking over there, so many people who've played in grand finals, Champions Leagues, Bucks finals, you name it. There's players in that squad who've been there. So,
as we have a couple of special guests, some of Ruth Barbier's kids, Harry and Caden. Would you like to say hello?
Do you want to say hello? Yeah.
Hiya.
Hello, Harry. You good? You enjoying the korfball?
Yeah.
What is your highlight of the game today?
Watching Wales.
Watching Wales? Is that because we're the best team?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Good answer.
Fantastic answer. Does Caden want to say anything?
Katie, do you want to say anything? I like football.
Hello, Caden. Korfball says hello back. You nervous?
Give it back to Matt now.
Well done.
Thank you. Good job, guys.
High fives all round.
Good high fives. Nice little cameo there.
Yep. Other
going-
guests will be available at half time.
Yeah, going into the second quarter here, England in attack.
Well, they're coming out with a bit of extra pace here. They've really, looks like they're turning up the screw a little bit. Add a bit more pace to their game.
It's a really nice step out from Johnny Potter there. Get out to the feed. Moves with such speed, and he's very concise with his movement. It's difficult to stop. Again, Scotland with a slightly wayward pass. I commentated on the game yesterday at the beginning of the day where Wales seniors were playing Scotland dev squad, and that was the story of that game where they had their moments, and when it came together and the passes came together, they looked great. And as the passes started to go a little bit wayward, that's when they started to struggle with other aspects of the game. So I think that's maybe their area of focus.
It's such a key element of the game. And you can see the speed with which you can move the ball. The ball moves faster than the players,
Yeah.
unless you're Johnny Potter. But the ball moves faster than everyone else.
That's a great
Lovely
from Doug
drive.
Bowles.
Great feed by Kenzie. Unfortunate with the finish. But Kenzie uses her height well. Wins that rebound. Back out to Johnny and to Dom. Gonna
Boys
look
on
some
the
1-2s
outside.
on the outside. Into Kenzie. Out to Dom. Over to Johnny. Looking for the shot. Ooh. Some good korfball there by England.
He gets incredible height on his shots, doesn't he?
Kenzie takes the shot off the back. Dom wins the rebound. Takes the shot on the inside. And wins his own rebound. And back out to Johnny. It's a long attack now for Scotland. Those legs will be hurting. Another rebound by Kenzie. Back out to Dom. To Johnny. Takes that long shot. Gets the height and follows it in. But unfortunately does not win that rebound. And Scotland take the ball. Some hands on knees out there already.
Yeah, I mean, the more they have to defend, the harder their attacking will be. That's how England will look to build score lines in games such as this. Be relentless in attack. Get those attacking rebounds, and when the ball does go down to Scotland's attack, they'll feel pressure to do something with it quickly, which is how they'll create turnovers.
Second time in a row, England pick it off without a shot being taken on the Scotland end.
Yeah, they seem to be starting a little bit too spread out in those first couple of passes. You'd like to see them make a couple of compact passes, get the ball moving first before they get too expansive.
And this is what we were saying earlier about possession is king for them.
Yeah,
like stop
especially
England.
especially when you've got a team like this England squad who, as we've seen, will attack and attack and attack. Even if they don't score, they'll make it difficult. They'll keep the ball moving. That's better from Scotland. Nice ball movement.
But again, ball picked off on the outside. A tricky period for Scotland at the moment, but what I would say is they haven't conceded. And I would argue that's probably from a poor finishing on the England front, as some changes are already being made by Scotland, a whole division's worth.
We'll do our best to keep up with these for you. It's number 22, Jack Pitt, and number 40, Lily Hart. For number 88, Craig Stephen, and number 34, Fran Holligan, I believe. Apologies, I've got some difficult handwriting to deal with.
I think it's Fran.
I think so.
It's ball over the top to Johnny Potters, who slots in the finish from close range.
As you were saying before, yeah, I think Scotland will obviously be pleased not to concede too many in that really difficult passage of play there, but on the flip side of that, England will be thinking they should have, put that to bed quicker.
There's 1-1 rebound there. Takes the early shot on the outside. Good rebound. Takes the rebound shot and misses. The ball moves out
in a
into
similar
England end.
situation yesterday in their first game, Scotland, Dev brought on Craig Stephen for, I presume, to get a little bit of control around the post, and it worked really well for them. He got a couple of goals. Their attacks lasted longer. He was able to provide a little bit of control for them, especially with Ben Fleming playing on the outside. He'll want to take plenty of shots.
Yep. As Paul Kim on the other end finishes a lovely shot on the outside. Again, simple call for by England. Scotland now have the ball in attack.
Craig Stephen managed to go through the doors out of the hall there, which is quite impressive.
That's effort.
Just a little bit rushed to try and set up their structures, and England obviously pouncing on that. Any sense of rushing, they'll be able to pounce on it and take the ball away. Beautiful over ball from Paul Kim.
Lovely ball.
And penalty been given.
I think it's quite fortuitous there. I think it was possibly clean, but the referees make a decision, and that's what we need refs for, to make those decisions.
They're moving the ball with such speed, it's quite hard to tell.
Yep. Good
Well
finish.
finished.
We have a quick changeover.
Yeah, so with 5 minutes left in this first half, I think Scotland will be hoping to get a couple of longer attacks. I don't think they're necessarily expecting to score bulk goals, but they'll want to be, higher than 2 by the end of this half. We've got a good opportunity at half-time to reset, maybe adjust the game plan a little bit to try and stop England's dominance.
Lovely runner. Again, lovely step out from the post by Johnny Potter. As the Scotland player apologises, Ben. Did you say Ben?
Yes. And they scored.
Lovely
That's
finish.
number 31. Matthew McHugh.
Paul takes a shot on the outside, Tom in the rebound. We'll see a lot of this. We'll see Tom dominating that post area. He's a fantastic post player and surprisingly quick, as I found out. Well, I've known for many a year, but found out to my detriment yesterday where he skinned me. But
Nice over ball there for Scotland. Ben Fleming shooting on the outside, rebounded nicely.
lovely drive in that cookie jar again.
Yeah, it's so hard to let those go, isn't it? You really want to try and stop it. Penalty put away.
Lovely.
That's number 34, Fran Holligan.
I'd say again for Scotland for this, 2 goals relatively quickly. It's pretty good. Like, they've managed to do something slightly differently that have forced England into some of these errors. And now we'll see if England can respond. As Tom...
Yeah, absolutely. I think Scotland will be in a position where they know that winning the game is going to be difficult, and from this position even more so, but they'll want to win the battles they get. There'll be certain positions, certain matchups they think they'll be able to take advantage of. They've got some really tall boys that they can use at the post.
Exactly.
Who can also shoot.
And I really like this setup down the Scotland attacking end at the moment. They've got clear roles within the division of who's doing what. I'd say the same down here for England.
Yeah, in a game where you're the underdog, all you really want is, you know, any hint of confidence you can gain in the match and clarity of thought from the coaches and from your teammates to know what your goals are, what your targets are.
Lovely work there by Tom Young and Catherine Brooks to keep the ball in, showing that. Lovely finish by Tom. That's Catherine Brooks' goal as much as that is Paul Kim, sorry. Like, even in a game like this, they're 8 goals up, 7 goals up, still putting that energy in to chase that ball down, tip it in. Tom Young with then the pass in.
Those over balls, you know, to the back of the court, they've used it all weekend to punish teams when they've, you know, slightly turned off, have your body turned slightly the wrong way. Unfortunate from Matt McHugh there. Just came out the side of his hand a little bit. But yeah, England looking to use the back of the court, playing full 360 golf ball.
Johnny Pott with a lovely shot. Don Brooks on the rebound. Lovely little finish.
Yeah, bread and butter. That's 3 goals for him now off the back of the court. He's got to be hoping to try and put a little bit more pressure on, but you know, when it comes off the rebound like that, it can be difficult. Defended. Cool. England attacking through the feed here. Kenzie Baldock in feed.
Oh, ball through the legs. Ooh, almost.
Just a little bit rushed on that one. Again, Scotland will be pleased with the pressure they're able to put on. Lovely overball.
Yeah, but no rebound. All 4 England players between Scotland and the post, so easy clean up, and the ball comes into attack now for England.
Yeah, those England defenders will do everything they can to try and drop where possible
ball
and
into
make it
feed.
difficult. Yeah, it's a lovely finish. Great turn.
See a sub for England.
What's that?
Catherine Brooks has gone off.
Yes, for Chloe Banks.
Chloe Banks.
Well, welcome back to the second half. England development versus Scotland development. The score is 14-4 to England. Hopefully looking at a slightly more balanced second half, but well, at least Scotland will be hoping for. England will be looking to turn the screw, score plenty of goals. Looks like they're making a substitution at the first whistle. It's number 88 for Scotland, Craig Stephen. They're making a full-length dive.
Johnny Potter just falling over the top of him. Hi, I'm Nick Wilkins, just subbing in for Sean Edwards, who's gone to get some water, not realising how far it was away, I think.
Yeah, he didn't think that through really, did he? But
He did not.
yeah, it was an ambitious dive from Craig Stephen there. I'm not sure if he was really that likely to get the ball, but I like the effort this late in a tournament.
England playing a 3-1 scenario, but Paul Kim not being able to find the play, but finding the post. As Sean Edwards joins us again and for the second half, I'll pass you over.
Ben Fleming off the back, taking a shot. Craig Stephen with the rebound. Looking to run the block, but the ball doesn't quite get round.
Oh, lovely shot from the outside by Ben.
Yeah, Scotland will be really looking to try and get him on the outside shooting. He looks relieved with that one. Last year's Tri Nations in Edinburgh, I remember him scoring an awful lot of goals. And he has done for a good few years now, I believe. England playing some really fast 1-2s on the outside. Not quite getting the rebound there, the shot falling short.
Oh, lovely drive. Unfortunate with the shot.
It's getting very compact for Scotland around there, but I think that plays into their advantage. They don't necessarily want to... We're playing a 2-2 through the girls now. Walk the double block. We've seen a lot of that this weekend, actually. We've seen quite a lot of rebound defence. We've seen teams, you know, playing against other sides who have plenty of height or plenty of experience, so they're using that to try and get extra control, extra position.
It's been quite interesting because quite often in Tri Nations teams, we do generally play each other quite often thanks to tournaments like this, so you do get used to the styles and ways of playing of the different teams. One of the best things about having England come to this is they do play again another style, but the ways with which every year teams adapt to each other is fantastic. As Paul Kim takes the shot.
Yeah, this tournament comes so early in the international cycle. You know, main tournaments usually in October, November time. This team's only really coming together usually earlier in the year, so it's a great opportunity for teams to come together and practice what they've done so far that cycle.
As Paul Kim scores penalty, and we see the score go up 15-5.
Take a little look ahead to what's to come for the rest of the day. After this game, we have the Wales development sides, or Wales reserve sides, final reserve Tri Nations match. They'll be looking to win the tournament, and they'll be playing Ireland reserve, I believe. And then the last game of the day, Wales seniors will be playing Ireland seniors, again to decide the winner of the senior Tri Nations tournament.
Well, that one's a little bit more complicated, that last one.
Yes.
Because Scotland, if you haven't watched the game, watch it. It was an absolutely fantastic game, which Scotland won, spoilers, on the buzzer beater at the end of the game.
Yeah, Ross Fraser putting a half chance in a lot of ways away. The ball sort of just fell to him and he was able to put it away. It was really impressive. That means there is a potential for a three-way tie on points.
Which then it will go down to goal difference.
It would. Wales obviously hoping to win the tournament with a win.
Certainly, as it's the first time for the teams to play each other in preparation for the Euros, where as Kenzie pops it in, close range, loose ball, finds its way to her, and we have a switch, 17-5. As I was saying, the Ireland, Wales are in the same group at Euros, so we'll all get to travel to the Czech Republic to watch 3 of the teams that are here play each other.
Yeah, England, Ireland, Wales, and the Czech Republic, who are the host nation. It's a tough group, but it's an exciting one. Back to this game. Rachel Turner shooting on the outside. Rebound dropping to Paul Kim, who tucks it away.
Yeah, I would describe that as tucked.
Mm.
Great commentary.
We need to get more describing words for the way people score goals.
Let's try and get inventive.
Yeah.
I can see a plonk as being one.
I'm not sure what context you'd use that.
I'd call that a plonk.
Was that a plonk? Okay. Catherine Brooks with a... No, I'm not even going to say it. It's a good finish, though. It's a really nice drive. Scotland just look like they're running out of ideas a little bit, but that's a nice shot off the back.
I think I would say, again, with Scotland, they've gone back to just letting England do the easy things to get their goals. They need to make them work for it. Like now, getting them to force them to make a couple of passes, force them to work for it.
I'm really enjoying watching Johnny Potter and Ben Fleming mark each other, both in attack and defence. They're both very quick players. They've got really nice shots, and it's been good to watch. Don Brooks with the free pass here. Yeah, Scotland just hindering that a little bit. They'll get a second bite at that. Yeah. Just stepping into the space. Second time of asking, so it'll go straight to penalty for Don Brooks. Which he scores.
What's the adjective for that?
Placed.
Placed, yeah.
Placed.
Placed.
A good penalty should be placed, I think.
As the wise Paul Kim once said, you need to put a penalty away like you're putting a baby on a shelf. Those were his words.
We're quoting him whilst he's playing. And it's nothing to do with what he did on court as well. England just working it back into the attacking half. Kenzie Baldock going for the drive. Really nicely driven. Just catching a defender on the wrong side and rightfully getting the penalty there. It's so hard to stop for Scotland that she's, going up to the halfway line to try and collect the ball to start the attack, and the next thing they know, she's under the post shooting. It's just really sharp from England.
Yeah, but again, simple things. It's just force them to work for these goals. England are making them work very hard.
Yeah, England being fairly relentless, you'd say, at this point. Not made too many changes, just a couple.
Ball being moved down quickly by England. Oh, lovely pass into the feed. 1-2s between the girls, getting themselves to the right distance. Ball set up the post, and then reset, nice and simple. Got 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Shot on the outside by Tom Young. Collected by
apologies. By Catherine Brooks. Tucked away off the back by... Is it Amy or Rachel?
Rachel.
Okay. My bad.
He'll get there eventually.
I don't watch National League Cornwall very often. These England over balls have been bread and butter for England this weekend. They've, every opportunity they get in there, they're spreading the play with an over, cutting through the defence, and at that point there, they've got the advantage. They're taking nice shots off them. They're driving through for the feeds. The third player who wasn't involved even in the pass is often getting free for something, so it's so difficult for the other teams to stop.
It's all things that are very possible to do, though, in terms of they're all skills that can be learnt, can be taught, but it's their ability to do it at speed, at pace, and do it as a collective.
Yeah.
That's particularly...
The experience, the speed they play, the technique. Some of the players, the change of direction, they're able to drop their shoulders and change direction in a split second. Lovely shot there.
Lovely finish on the outside by Tom Young. Great, again, over ball by Paul Kim, as we were talking about those overs.
It's really been the key to what they've done this weekend, especially against some of the development teams who don't particularly have an answer at the moment.
wonder if we're getting a hint for what England might do at the Euros.
Yeah, potentially. It's really hard. They're in a position where they can, you know, based on their selection that they make, whatever that might be, and who's going to the tournament, they can play in a number of different ways and change it very quickly, even mid-game. Johnny Potter with a lovely little side cut there, catching his defender on the wrong side. Footwork to be able to do that so quickly and just took it away. That's the end of the third quarter. 24-5 to England. It's been fairly straightforward for them so far in this game.
But Scotland managed to get a couple of goals there, right at the start there. That little period.
When it works for them, it's worked really well. And the passing and the shooting has looked good.
And if I were them...
Oh, sorry. No, you're good. When it falls apart, a team like England are going to punish you. And that's just the reality of the situation. But, yeah, they'll be hoping in this final quarter they can, I don't know, push their goal tally to 8, 9, 3 or 4 goals in a quarter for them. I think they'd be happy with.
I'd say if they can match what they've done so far, i.e. aim for that 2 goals a quarter, get up to 8 overall,
yeah,
for them would be respectable. And it's more than possible, 3 goals in a quarter against a high opposition, high quality opposition, is a good thing to aim for. I think when they watch it back, they'll see there are moments and there are set times where they have done some really good corking.
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff to be pleased with in there, and there's some good individual performances happening. It's stringing it together as a group is obviously always difficult when you're playing such experienced players. So. England, on the other hand, having scored 24, that's a number they'll be looking to grow. I'm not sure if they're setting goal targets at this tournament or if they've got a specific number in mind, but they'll be hoping to push towards that 30 range potentially.
Yeah, we haven't seen that at all this weekend, I don't think.
No, they have the opportunity to do that, make the right decisions. I'm sure John Denton wants them to stay fairly ruthless in these kind of situations and keep pushing. Kenji Bondock on the outside, taking a shot from 6 or 7 metres, just falling short, and Scotland get the rebound. Scotland currently setting a 3-1. The England boy's not letting the other boy get round. He's managed it though. Girl gets the shot, and there's really good movement there off the ball to be able to get the feed. England were clearly trying to stop it.
It's a lovely win. Good tidy up by Catherine Brooks.
Again, it's just to finish there, but everything about that was great. They were hustling off the ball, looking to get those turnovers, making it as difficult as they can for England.
I know we're talking about the at the quarter break about there'll be periods in the game where Scotland will be pretty happy. I'd say this is one of them.
Yeah, they've come out really well in this quarter so far. I don't know what John Bagnall said, but it's clearly worked.
It's a lovely rebound, good drive.
Yeah. Playing very compact at the post.
Lovely ball off the back. They're getting a little bit of joy off of that.
Just timing out the shot clock there a little bit, but again, they'll be pleased with the ball movement, and they're creating opportunities to shoot. It's just taking the right one, I think, at the moment.
And again, in the attack they just had there, suddenly 2 minutes off the clock, and England 2 minutes where they've not had the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure if it's particularly in Scotland's best interest to keep trying to take Tom Youngs to the post. He's got the height difference there on his boy, so taking him straight to it is probably playing into his advantage, but just a wayward overball from Scotland there, but again, looking to create different opportunities, which I respect. They're trying different things. England sacking here through Johnny Potter at the back, over to Don Brooks, who takes the shot from the left-hand side. Kenzie Baldock with the rebound. And we start again.
Lovely 1-2s. They do seem to use these 1-2s as a way of resetting play, giving time for that third player who's in that assisting role, or the rebounder in the at the post time, to set themselves, get in a good position, and then they play off of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's good hustle from Scotland there to get the ball back on that one. They could have easily gone straight to an England player, and we have another 30, 40 seconds of England attacking potentially. Just going end to end a little bit at the moment. Neither team creating a clear-cut opportunity. Don Brooks with the overball to Johnny Potter. They look to 1-2 on the outside again. There's Emma Kerrigan on the outside now, looking to shoot. Just falling
Lovely
short, but
by
Johnny
Johnny.
Potter showing his athleticism there. And subs being made. It's Emma Kerrigan coming off. And it's Chloe Blanks coming off. Don Brooks with the rebound, looking for the overball. Johnny Potter shooting from the top. Just falling short. A few short shots for England. I think they'll want to be, you know, making the most of these opportunities they're getting. They've not scored in this quarter yet. Yeah, there's a little bit of tiredness in the finishing for both sides at the moment. Lots of short shots.
It is the end of a long weekend for both of these teams. They've played many games. We've been in the sports hall for many hours.
It's
As
really
Chloe
nice,
comes into the attack.
really nice drive there, showing her speed. Little 1-2 left-right. And getting a second bite at it. And puts it short again. England get the rebound through Johnny Potter.
What are your thoughts on the unconventional penalty taking then?
I am all for the traditional method personally, but it just doesn't work for some people. I think often it's more the thought of taking a penalty or the pressure of it than it is the technique that makes people miss.
Interesting. I would argue you should take it the same way you take your runner.
I don't do that actually, most of the time.
Lovely finish.
But yes, I agree with you in principle, you should do that. Timeout being called, I believe. Not sure who called it. Yeah, England with just the one goal in 5 minutes there. They'll be hoping for more for the last 5 minutes of the game. Scotland will be pleased with that. Obviously, they've conceded a lot of chances, and England have had long attacks, but the ball's not gone in the hoop, and that's all that really matters for them.
Yep. And they've had some good opportunities.
Absolutely.
You know, some better finishing, and they could have scored a couple of goals in that little period.
They had some really nice passes off the back, you know, where the shot maybe just dropped short, went to the left, or they had a good position for the rebound and the jump was mistimed, or little things like that that over the course of the game they add up. But again, as we've said many times over this weekend, there's plenty for them to be pleased about, as well as, you know, the difficulty of losing a game like this. But I think that for all of the development teams who've played England today and played the senior teams yesterday, there's so many positives to take away, and they far outweigh anything else. That's the point of this weekend. It's really nice to have senior and development teams playing on the same weekend across 2 days.
And you get to watch it as well. You get to watch all the different korfball, the different levels. If you're a newer player coming in, you get to see, here's what I want to aim for, here's what I want to be.
Yeah, it's a lovely thing to be a part of. It's been really nice to see so many parents, relatives, partners, just people who are interested coming to watch here. Sports Hall's been really set up really nicely for visitors, and it's been a really successful weekend so far.
Yep.
With a couple of big games to finish.
Yep, hopefully keeping the best to last, although it could be tough to top the game before this one.
Yeah, that first Tri-Nations, the middle Tri-Nations games, I should say, was pretty spectacular.
As Paul Kim steals a goal, I'm going to use that one.
Yeah, I think that one's appropriate. Oh, really nice move.
Lovely one too. I've been really impressed by number 88 Scotland since coming on.
Yeah, he's hustled really hard for the ball. He's worked really hard at the post. His positioning's been good and provided them with just that little bit of extra control, and it gives the other players in that section a license to try and attack a bit more freely. If you don't know where the rebound's coming from, it's, you know, really difficult to try and go and do what you want to do. Penalty called here for England. And Catherine Brooks puts it away. With 3 minutes left in this game, I'd like to see Scotland get another one. I'm sure their supporters and the senior team who are here watching will really enjoy that. England unrelenting in their approach though through this game. It's lovely over ball, but good pressure on Johnny Potter on the outside there. Defended well.
A little bit of showboating there by Don Brooks, I think.
A little bit of Hollywood curveball. But
Yeah.
at this point in the game, in this situation, I think they have the right. Try some new things. It's really nice footwork to be able to get past his player. Just lifts his knees and dishes it to Johnny Potter. Resetting there with an over ball. Chloe Blanks with a drive and just putting it short. Again, really nice drive though, beating a player.
But a good switch from the girls, putting that pressure on that shot.
Yeah,
Half forcing her to shoot that shot because
They've
she realised there was someone in her way.
they've contested really well in the second half, Scotland, I think. Out of hands from Tom Youngs there. Yeah, free pass given there, just sort of over-hindering a little bit from behind, and the girl gets a bit of contact on the back of her arm. Let's see how they set up here. Got boy at the post, boy to the left.
There she was, stuck in the middle.
I'm not going to acknowledge it.
As Tomlin joggles the ball, makes his way out, and into attack for England. Ooh, trying to give the Scotland player a little bit of a hug.
Another over ball to 1-2s for the boys outside on this England team. Shot from Johnny Potter, just misses. His shooting form's so pure. When he takes that shot, it goes high. If it misses in a collectible way. And he's still doing it 2 days into the tournament. It's very impressive. Just another slightly scrappy attack, but England, hounding Scotland, trying to get the ball back.
I think I'd be quite happy with this if I was Scotland. Minus a goal. Only conceding 3 so far. And again, they've made it difficult. They've stopped. They've managed to cut out those easy goals they were giving away in the third quarter.
Yeah, the shots England are taking on average are slightly further out at this point, and with a little bit more pressure, maybe off a slightly more difficult pass, which, small things, but it makes a difference for Scotland.
There's a difference between a balanced shot and an off-balance shot.
Yeah,
Being in range, being not in range.
absolutely. And for these England players, their range is probably on average a little bit further than some of the other teams here this weekend, and their balance is very good. So you've got to do everything you can to try and just push them out as far as you can, and take the percentage down is more the thing. Over ball to Don Brooks at the buzzer.
And finishes
nails
with a
it.
flourish.
Lovely finish. Yeah, I think England will be pleased with that. They didn't quite hit that 30-goal barrier. They had a slower fourth quarter. But Scotland have done some good things there, and they'll be, especially with those patches where they got a couple of goals in succession, they'll be happy with that.
Yep, and let's wrap it up there. So thank you for watching, and coming up next is Wales Reserve v Ireland Reserve.